Hi everyone, my name is Anthony and this is an introduction to CodeIgniter. CodeIgniter is a framework for PHP and it's one of the more popular frameworks for PHP. In this tutorial we're going to look at how to set up CodeIgniter on your computer. We're also going to look at how to install XAMPP, and I'm also going to introduce you to a free IDE called Aptana. So the first thing you can do is download XAMPP, which is a server bundle and includes Apache Server, MySQL, and PHP. And you can use this one or you can use another one like WAMP, but it's important that we have this server bundle on our computer, which is going to let us run PHP on our own computer. So if you don't have this already, install that. The next thing I'm going to show you is Aptana, and Aptana is a free IDE that we can edit our code in. And I recommend using, an IDE like Dreamweaver or Aptana or Eclipse when working with a framework like CodeIgniter, because we're going to be editing many different files, and these types of IDEs are going to be more convenient than something like Notepad++, which is more suited to just editing a few different documents. So if you want to use Aptana with me, just type that in there and download it. The last thing I'm going to show you is CodeIgniter. So in order to get CodeIgniter, just type something like this in Google and it'll be the first link. So codeigniter.com/downloads, and let's click on that. And you'll see a button here which is download CodeIgniter. At the time of this recording it's version 2.1.2, but if you are seeing a different version, that doesn't matter, just download it. And we can see that it is 2.2 megabytes large. So CodeIgniter has a smaller footprint than a lot of other frameworks like Pear or whatnot. And I'll double click here and I'll double click that. And once I'm inside the zip here, I'm going to push Control A and then Control C to copy all of those. I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to go into, so I've already got XAMPP installed. If you don't have it installed yet, install it. And once you do, you can go into wherever you installed it. You'll see a folder called XAMPP and then htdocs. And htdocs, this is the root folder of our server where our web pages are being served up. So I've got another folder in here. This is for another website. So I'm going to create a new folder here. I can just click here, and I'm going to call this CI_intro, and I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to paste in the files, and it's less than 4 megabytes once it's unzipped. Okay, so we have got CodeIgniter installed in there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Aptana. Now what we want to do here is we want to create a new project inside Aptana, and it's gonna show all of our CodeIgniter files in here. So when we edit here, it's gonna edit those files, and then we're gonna be able to open up in the browser and see our changes immediately. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click File here, and then New PHP project, and I'm going to call this CI_intro. It doesn't have to be the same as what we had before, but give your project a name. And then I'm going to unclick this because I don't want it to do here. I want the location to be that location in my XAMPP folder where my CodeIgniter is. So I'm going to browse here, and I'm going to go. So we have C, and I'm going to go to XAMPP, and I'm going to click on htdocs, and this is what we had here, CI intro. I'm going to select that. We've got it selected here, click OK, and it's going to give me a warning that it's going to overwrite pre-existing files, but actually it doesn't do this, but it's going to add in a few files of its own, which sort of connects those files to Aptana here. So we're going to click Finish here, and then we can open this up, and we can see that Here is all of our CodeIgniter files here. And if I go back into here and I refresh here, well, we can see the files that Aptana has added. I believe it's added this one. Yep. And it's added this one. So these are just some config files and a project file here that connects it to Aptana, and that's fine. So in order to test whether or not this Aptana and the folders are connected correctly, we can do a test. So what I'm going to do in we can do it in a new browser here. I'm going to type localhost / my CI_intro, and we can see here that CodeIgniter was installed successfully. We can see that PHP is running fine. And oh, by the way, if you've got XAMPP installed but you're getting some problems here, check your XAMPP control panel and make sure that Apache is running, and you can let MySQL run too. That won't hurt anything, although we don't need it right now because we're not working with a database. But let both of these run, and then this should be working fine. And in order to test that when we make changes in our Aptana, the changes are going to show up here, we're going to go back into our Aptana, and we're going to try to edit this view. So just give a little brief introduction. So CodeIgniter is an MVC, and an MVC stands for Model View Controller. Okay, so this is the structure of it. The way these websites are served up uses models, views, and controllers. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we're looking at the view. So the presentation is the view, and we're looking at one of the views inside CodeIgniter. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and change this view in Aptana just to make sure that everything's working correctly. So I'm going to open up Aptana again, and I'm going to go to that view, which is I'm going to click on Application, then Views, and it's this welcome message right here. Okay, so you can open up the welcome message, and I'm just going to change this welcome to CodeIgniter. I'm going to change this to, okay, I'm going to change it, welcome to Anthony's website, and I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to go back here, and we're going to refresh, and that didn't work. Let's try to figure out why that didn't work. Let's see, localhost, CI intro, and let's go back here, and that's saved up. Let's try it again. Oh, and we can see, actually I did make the change. I changed the title. That was silly of me. See Anthony here. Let's go back here again. And this was the title, of course. And what I want to do is, actually I'm going to delete all these styles. We'll take those out. If we want styles, we can make our own. And welcome to Anthony's website, and we'll go back here, refresh, okay, and we can see we removed all the styles here and we changed that view. Okay, so we know that our Aptana and our XAMPP and our CodeIgniter are all working correctly. Okay, thanks for watching.